Okay, so you know that camera that you've got on your front porch?
Mm-hmm.
Or those ones you see like mounted on lampposts around your neighborhood?
Yeah,
We're always told they're there to keep us safe.
right, right.
But what if those watchful eyes are actually sending information to someone else entirely?
Mm.
Someone thousands of miles away
Yeah,
in China.
yeah, that's the unsettling possibility that we're going to be unpacking today.
Right.
We are looking at claims from some leaked cybersecurity intelligence.
Okay.
Really, the idea that China's very sophisticated social credit AI
Uh-huh.
might have found its way into U.S. surveillance systems. And this isn't just about basic spying like we talked about before. We're
Right.
talking about potential backdoors
Yeah.
in everyday devices like your Amazon Ring.
Right.
Effectively turning our own security measures
I guess.
into a source of data for Beijing.
Exactly. It sounds like something out of a, like a thriller movie or something.
It really does.
But the implications for you and for all of us here in the U.S. could be really profound.
Absolutely.
So our deep dive today
Yes.
is into this alleged infiltration.
Okay.
How could it have happened, and what might it mean for our privacy and security?
So to even begin to grasp the potential for this,
Okay.
we first have to kind of understand the beast itself,
Uh-huh.
China's social credit system.
Okay, so this system, China's social credit system, launched back in 2014.
Yeah.
This is a massive nationwide AI network
Huge.
that keeps a very close eye on its citizens.
Yeah.
And it's far more than just your credit score,
Oh, yeah.
isn't it?
Far more.
Yeah.
It's this incredibly broad system that assigns scores to citizens based on their behavior.
Yeah.
Yes, financial history is a part of it, but also online activity,
Hmm.
who you associate with.
Oh.
Even things like minor traffic violations.
Really?
Creates this really detailed digital picture of an individual.
And these scores aren't just numbers on a screen, are they?
No, no, no. They have real-world effects on people's lives. Absolutely. A high score can unlock a lot of advantages.
Oh, yeah.
You know, easier access to loans,
Okay.
smoother travel experiences,
Hmm.
even better chances at certain jobs.
Wow. So it's almost like a digital VIP pass.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a digital VIP task, basically.
And then on the other side.
Yeah, on the flip side, a low score
Yeah.
can lead to some pretty significant restrictions.
Like,
People can be barred from taking flights or trains.
wow.
Their children might face limitations in school admissions. And in some cases, it can severely restrict their personal freedoms.
Right. Like, it really does feel like something out of science fiction.
It does.
I remember reading about this citizen in China who missed a single credit card payment,
Oh, wow.
and their world just constricted.
Yeah,
They were labeled dishonest by the AI.
right.
And simple things like booking a train ticket
Can do it.
became impossible.
Yeah.
It's just that sense of being judged and controlled by an algorithm,
Yeah.
of losing agency over your own life.
Losing control, yeah. That story really illustrates the power and the reach of this system, and the technology behind it is incredibly advanced.
So what kind of technology is it using?
It's a vast interconnected network of facial recognition cameras.
How many?
Millions of them.
Millions.
Deployed across the country,
Wow.
all feeding data into a sophisticated AI.
Okay.
And this AI is constantly analyzing, building a real-time map of movements and connections between people.
So this always analyzing AI
Yeah.
is the engine behind China's social credit system.
Yes.
And what's so concerning for us here is the idea that this same AI technology
Uh-huh.
could somehow have found a way to operate beyond China's borders.
That's right. And this brings us to the next rather alarming part of the story.
Okay.
The alleged backdoors in U.S. smart cameras.
Right.
So around 2019, China began actively exporting its AI surveillance technology. And here's a key point.
Okay.
Security firms in over 80 countries,
Wow.
including the U.S., may have unknowingly installed facial recognition systems that contain hidden pathways.
Oh, okay.
Backdoors allowing data to be transmitted back to servers in China.
So you're saying that companies right here in America might have inadvertently
Inadvertently.
brought this technology with these secret channels
Yeah,
directly into our own security infrastructure.
that is the claim.
And it gets even more unsettling
Yeah, it does.
with this alleged discovery in 2023.
Okay.
Cybersecurity researchers reportedly uncovered evidence suggesting that the very AI that powers China's social credit system had somehow infiltrated major U.S. surveillance networks.
Right.
And Amazon's Ring is specifically mentioned.
Yes. A lot of people have that.
Wow. Ring is so widespread.
It is.
What kind of evidence are we talking about here?
Okay.
What made them think it was this specific AI?
Well, the reports detail leaked technical data, including instances of unusual data packets detected.
Okay.
Origin, Shenzhen, China?
Shenzhen.
Yeah.
Okay.
That specific geographical source is a pretty strong indicator.
Right.
Think of it like an unexpected package arriving from a very specific and potentially concerning address.
Unexplained data traffic.
Yeah.
Heading straight to China.
Right, to China.
That definitely raises some red flags.
Yes, it does.
And with Ring specifically, what was the weak point that they supposedly exploited?
Well, the reports suggest that certain Ring systems had vulnerabilities that could be exploited to gain unauthorized remote access to live camera feeds.
Oh, wow.
Now, what makes this particularly concerning is the assertion that these vulnerabilities were being actively exploited by AI tools that had functionalities remarkably similar to those used within China's social credit system.
So it wasn't just some random individual trying to see what packages you had delivered that day?
Exactly.
It was something far more targeted.
Targeted.
And sophisticated.
Yeah, much more sophisticated.
Okay, so how could something like this even happen?
Right.
How does an AI developed for use in China end up inside American whole security cameras?
Okay. So the most likely explanation, according to these reports, lies in the incredibly complex global supply chains and the reliance on third-party vendors that are so common in the technology sector.
Okay.
U.S. companies, including major players like Amazon, often integrate software components and services provided by Chinese subcontractors. The allegation is that some of these subcontractors have close ties to state-backed AI firms in China.
So by using this software, U.S. companies might have unknowingly introduced these backdoors and the associated AI capabilities into their own systems.
That's the unsettling possibility.
And a significant potential consequence is that China's AI could be learning an enormous amount of information from the data collected by these cameras right here in the U.S. This could significantly enhance its ability to track, analyze, and create profiles of individuals even outside of China's physical borders.
Exactly. It's like picturing the AI that's used to tracking someone walking through a crowded market in Shanghai. Suddenly being able to analyze you taking out the trash in your driveway. Same technology, completely different context.
And that data, even seemingly mundane everyday activities, can be incredibly valuable.
Oh, yeah, very valuable.
For an AI system designed for comprehensive surveillance and behavioral analysis.
Absolutely.
Right.
The sheer volume of data provides a rich training ground.
This paints a really disturbing picture.
It does.
So this AI isn't just passively recording video. The reports suggest that it might be actively targeting specific individuals within the U.S.
Yeah, that's the next layer of concern.
Okay.
Leaked FBI intelligence reportedly indicates high-risk surveillance activity detected near embassies, academic institutions, and government sites.
So who might be the targets in this kind of scenario?
Well, the reports mention examples such as U.S. officials, political activists, and journalists.
Wow.
The claim is that Ring camera footage from locations associated with these individuals was potentially flagged, stored, and analyzed in China.
But what would be the purpose of that kind of targeted surveillance? Just knowing who visits which embassy.
Right.
It feels like there's a deeper objective here.
That's where the concept of behavioral forecasting becomes really significant. AI researchers, like Dr. Helen Graves, as mentioned in the reports, suggest that this kind of AI is designed to go far beyond simple observation. It aims to predict not just your current location, but your future actions.
Oh, wow.
And even your associations. It's about understanding patterns of life and anticipating what someone might do next.
So it's not just watching what you're doing now.
No.
It's about predicting your next move and who you'll be interacting with.
Predicting your next move, exactly.
And the alleged scope extends beyond just individual homes.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
There have been reports of detected Chinese AI activity in the vicinity of U.S. military bases, embassies, and universities.
So locations that hold really sensitive information?
Very sensitive.
And individuals of significant strategic interest. And what is the supposed goal of all this targeted data collection?
The reports suggest it's about building incredibly detailed psychological profiles on people of interest. Politicians, tech leaders, military officials.
Wow.
The aim isn't simply to track their movements, but to understand how they think. Their patterns of behavior, their potential vulnerabilities. This kind of deep insight could be incredibly valuable for intelligence gathering and exerting strategic influence.
So what's being done to address this?
Okay.
After these alleged infiltrations came to light back in 2023, what kind of response has there been?
Well, Amazon, as you might expect, reportedly denied any intentional data leaks following these revelations.
Wow.
However, they did acknowledge the potential for vulnerabilities within their systems.
Right.
In response, the U.S. government reportedly initiated Operation Firewall, described as a federal effort to audit and replace surveillance software that might be compromised.
So they're trying to patch up the potential security holes.
Yeah, that's the idea.
But are they doing enough?
Cybersecurity experts cited in the reports argue that this might not be a complete solution.
Right.
Their concern is that even if they manage to secure the current systems, the AI may have already learned a significant amount from the data it has already processed.
Right, so that knowledge doesn't just vanish.
No, it doesn't just vanish.
That's a really unsettling thought.
It is.
Even if we manage to clean up the software,
yeah,
the AI could have already been trained on our data.
That's right. One former NSA operative quoted anonymously in the reports offered the perspective that the primary objective wasn't just the collection of video footage itself. It was about feeding vast quantities of data into an AI specifically engineered for predicting and ultimately influencing human behavior.
And it's not just our Ring cameras that we should be potentially concerned about, is it?
No, it's not.
It seems like this could be more widespread.
Much more widespread.
Right.
The potential concern extends to almost any device that relies on software that could have been compromised. This includes our smartphones, the network of traffic cameras in increasingly smart cities, even biometric security systems at airports.
Right.
The possibility of this kind of AI operating in unexpected places is a significant worry.
It all leads to this really fundamental and unsettling question.
Yeah.
What happens when the same artificial intelligence that was developed to monitor and in some ways control citizens within China's borders begins to make assessments about individuals outside of those borders?
That is the crux of the issue. This goes beyond simple concerns about privacy.
Right.
It raises fundamental questions about power and control in a future that will likely be increasingly shaped by these complex AI algorithms.
A future where the watchers are potentially being watched.
Yes.
And maybe even influenced by forces we don't fully grasp.
Forces we don't fully understand.
If you have any information, any insights related to foreign surveillance AI,
please,
and its potential infiltration into U.S. systems, please do reach out to us. At acoldcases@protonmail.com.
We need your help.
And as you think about the smart devices in your home tonight, just remember this. Just because you bought the camera doesn't necessarily mean you're the one in control.
That's a good point to end on.
Thanks for joining me.
As always, it's a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, take care.